All right, I'm on hole number 5 of the 2019 Christmas tournament. And Wednesday's qualifying round of the rookie division. Let's go to hole number 5. All right. There's a bunch of different ways that you can come at this hole. I mean, you can bounce over here, but you're going to need a ball with a lot of side spin. And I believe this is probably in your, from here, I think it's still in your long iron range. I think even from over on this side right here, you're in your long iron range. You can come from over here. You can do a rough bump. You could do several different ways that you could do a rough bump. You could do a rough bump down here where the rough is wider, or you can do a rough bump on this little narrow strip, or you can do this shot over here. So I mean, there's at least 5 different ways you can go at it, or you could bring a big backspin club and try and go right at it. One of the things I have noticed here on this hole is that if I zoom in on the green here and get as close as I can. So here's the flagpole. If I can get my pen to work, here's the flagpole. And I keep lining up straight at the cup and I make the wind adjustment. If I remember correctly, the wind is blowing in this direction. And I make the wind adjustment. I end up in front of the hole and to the right. So I'm actually taking out too much wind. So I'm going to take off, subtract 20%. And that's going to be my first swing at it. So now I've picked what club. I'm going to bring a grizzly and a katana. I know what club I'm going to bring. And I'm bringing the katana because you need side spin. And I'm going to bring in the grizzly because it's got the best ball guide of all of my long irons. So I want the best ball guide and I want the best. I'm going to bring a 3 side spin ball and I'm going to take off 20% of the wind. So now I'm starting to work on wind. I've got my distance is right. So if I was on line with the cup, it could potentially go in. But now I need to start trying to dial in that wind. And so let's go make sure I got a grizzly and a katana. Grizzly. Now this ball right here is a 2 side spin ball, just like a katana, or excuse me, it's a 1 side spin ball, but 2 wind. So I will bring a katana. And I'm sure somewhere in here I might have a 2 side spin ball. I'll have to go through my ball collection. I don't have a massive ball collection. I have ones that there's some balls that, there's a lot of holes in this tournament. If you have a 5 power ball, you can get certain things done that you can't get done with a 3. There's some holes with the low wind balls. It's nice to have some low wind balls. Power 0, power 1, power 2, power 3 low wind balls. There's opportunities to use those. The balls that you have to pay for, those special pack balls, I wouldn't say that I hoard them. But what I will say is that I don't pull them out unless it's appropriate. But Titans and Katanas and Kingmakers, I was reading on Facebook the other day and somebody was talking about they had 1,400 Kingmakers. What are you waiting? What are you waiting for? Their response was they were waiting until they got to Tour 11 and 12. You're going to need a lot more than Kingmakers to help you out up there. You're going to have some clubs to go with it. And toiling around not using your balls down below or using them in tournaments. There's a lot of holes in these tournaments that you could be using Kingmakers if you have them. And having some in your bag is awesome. But hoarding them to the point where you have 1,400. The reason that I have so many Titans in this account is not because I don't use them. It's because you win them in tournaments. I play them when they're appropriate. I don't play a lot of one-on-one with bigger balls. I play a lot of one-on-one where I'm playing with a Marlin. And so I don't burn them off. Not because I'm hoarding them. It's just I don't use them that often. Okay, it's 3-1. I'm going to take off. I'm only going to do a 20% off, so that's 0.6. So that puts me down to 2.5. It's 1 per ring, so there's 2.5. Let's see what the deal is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I think I'm still going to end up on the inside of the cup. I ended up on the outside. Rolling down. I'm going to have to go back and watch that video and see what the heck just happened there. I'm not sure what happened there. The way the wind was blowing, I'm going to have to go back and look at that. Because I have no idea what just happened. The first thing that I can tell you that I did wrong there was I didn't find out where I was in my club. Because with that Grizzly, if I'm at max club, it's 1 per ring. If I'm in mid, it's the way I play it, it's 1.5. If it's at minimum, it's 1.75. And so I have no idea where I was in my club. So that was mistake number one. So any adjustment I make is suspect. But I think the way the wind was blowing there, even taking 20% off, I over pulled it. So that tells me that I was definitely not in max club. So I'm going to have to go back and watch some of the videos that I've done on this and see if I checked out where I'm at in my club, because that was definitely that was some kind of an error between my touchscreen and my stylus, which means it was me. All right, that was hole number 5 of the 2019 Christmas tournament. Thanks for watching.